welcome back to Mitford Pottery. Haven't done a video in a while, apologies for that, but we're going to do a bit of trimming and assembly today. So as you can see in front of, well, I'll lift it up, we got a big dish which is going to be an oyster planter, oyster plant planter. And it's got a curved base, so when it's right the water drains out properly. So we're just going to trim it, and it needs some feet on it. So I'm going to adjust the camera and then we'll get cracking. So we'll zoom in a bit like so. About there. I'll turn that round so I can see what's going on. Need a trim tool, don't I? That would help. So nothing too fancy on the trimming on this. Where's that one? I'll get that one. Nothing too fancy, just to make it a smooth edge on here. Right, so we need some power on the wheel. So this is our sort of prototype. The next one we're going to try and make, this was 2.5 kilograms of school buff. The next one is going to be 3 kilograms, and hopefully it will go all the way to the edge of these bats, which is the biggest bats I've got. So we got to centre this fella first. So I'm just going to do it the slow way, so I don't knock the edge. Do little sausages of clay. I say nothing special with this. Very quick trim it's going to be, hopefully. So push them down onto our bat. Stop it moving about. I say I don't want to press on that because that comes up. So when it's turned the right way, it's got a slight dip in it. So nice and slow, and we're just going to trim this edge off here. I've put the camera in a different position tonight, and I've just realised that I'm trimming on this side, so you can't see. But it's not going to be that quick, or it's going to be quick. So as you can see, it's got a nice edge on it. And we'll just fine tune that. So it is nice and round profile on it. Like so, that'll do lovely, and that's it for that bit. As I said, very quick. Now, feet. We got special feet. We have, under wraps, we have extruded triangle feet. And the plan is, they're going to go on like that. We're going to have 3 of them on at a slight angle. Like so. Now, what I'm going to do, because this is on a bat, I'm going to lift the bat off, and then we can get our feet ready so you can see what's going on. Now I've got an extra just as a precaution, so I want to make sure they're pretty straight. So these are made from a handheld extruder, and I've never used this fitting before. This is the triangle fitting. Done circular tubes before, but never triangles, and they've worked pretty well actually. So I'm going to line them up, and we want them all the same. So I need a nice cutting edge, and I'm thinking use my metal ruler because it's quite sharp. Now, got to get the angle right. So if they're going to stick out, it wants to be the same as that. So we want to go in that way. So we're just going to trim a little bit off them so that tell you what I might do, I need to get a little bit of wood just to line that edge up. Just try and get them all the same so it doesn't wobble. So I'm going to push them all up against that edge. Now that one's not very flat, so where's my knife? So we're going to adjust the flat edge first. So I need to trim this one a little bit so he's nice and straight. Yeah, that's there. So that's what they look like inside, if you can see. Only little triangles. Quite effective, I think. Alright, so we'll put that next to them again. So they should now all be straight. So we'll rest them all against that. And then we want to go in at an angle. So I'm going to push that at an angle like that. And just drag that on one side so we'll get all of them end feet off, and hopefully they'll now all sit at a slight tilt, and they'll all be the same size. In theory. Theory's a marvellous thing. Right, so I'm going to lie them down. Now that that bit's done, we can get our bat back. Now where's our holes for our pins? It's around here somewhere. That's it. Come on. Locate the pinholes. I think I have a little tool which we can use to help us. Again, first, never used this bit before. It's the Hsinchuen Lin trimming tool. It's got the little disc that spins round. We get a little template which is divided up into equal bits. So if I put that roughly in the middle, and then I can roughly, we can line them up. Methinks one there, one there, now hindsight is a marvellous thing. So if they're on an angle, they're not going to be flat, they're going to be sticking up. So I need the same angle on the other side. Right. There. So we need some slip next. Which I just happen to have handy. We'll move some of these tools out of the way. A little bit of water there. I have to excuse the fan going in the background because I had the kiln on, so move that out of the way. Right. So we need a little pin tool. We'll do this one first. So I'm just going to mark our triangle. I'm going to roughen our foot up, and then we're going to do the same where it's going, like that. Get our slip, some on there. Some on there. Give it a squish like that. And line it up. A little bit of downward pressure. I'm going to leave that excess on for now. I'm going to do the others. So, right, now what I am going to do, I've got some very thin bats, hopefully they're wide enough, yep, and I've got a little spirit level, a little bullseye spirit level, and a thin, this is a 6mm bat, so it's very light. I'm going to put that in the middle. I'm going to rest that on there, and hopefully that is pretty much in the middle. I'm going to turn it over just in case it's I don't think they're the flattest bats. That's not far off. We can always trim the feet a little bit once they are fully attached. Right, next I'm going to clean these feet up. So, need some wooden tools. So little wooden modelling tools, I find these very useful. So just get that clean off. And I want a very dry sponge, so we've got a sharp edge. And that sharp edge, I'm just going to go around, get rid of the excess slip, do that round our joints. And then I'm going to go around with a modelling tool on these should have my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing. Would help. Get my glasses. Haha, I can see now. So I'm just going to, same as we do on a handle really, I'm going to blend that little bit of clear down into the pot. That's it. So and then we get our sponge again, get a sharpish edge. Oh, knocked it. I'm always clumsy with handles and that. Right, what else do we need to do? Need to get any unsightly bits from the inside edge, even though they're going to go on the ground and you're not going to see them. You got standards, man. Like that. And last one. Now this one I've got to be careful with. So you want to do the sharp edges on the feet, so I've got to hold the foot so I don't bend them. Just want to knock them sharp edges off, like so. Right, I'll give it another test for level. Do that. Where's my little spirit level gone? That's it. Pretty good. Pretty good. Right, so we'll trim so I can take these out of the way. Now I should have put holes in before I did this bit. I'm just going to gently lift it up, make sure it's still got a bit of a dip in it. Do you think I dare stand it like that? Ooh! It's alive! Can we see that on the camera? Oh yes. It's looking pretty funky, that is. So now what I need to do, I've got a hole cutting tool. Oh, the fan stopped at last. Now, well actually, I'm going to put that in the middle, see what our level's like. That's not too bad. So now I need 5. Is there 5 on here? 1. So I've got 4. So I'm thinking we'll put that in the middle like so. And I'm going to support this, and I'm going to do 4 drain holes about there. One. So I'm just supporting the underneath and move it a bit from the circle. 2. Alright. Four. Get that out of the way. And then, just to finish it off, I think it needs another drain hole, but I'm going to use a very small one, and we're going to go right into the middle. Like so. So we got that. A bit of decoration was in order as well, wasn't it? So I'm going to attempt to turn this over without destroying it. Put it back on there, and where's my knife and my board? So we got lots of little triangles left over, like that. So we got lots of little triangles. Seat next to me. So how many we got? So I'm thinking I'm going to attach these randomly around the outside to give us a bit of texture. So I'm saying randomly, but sort of evenly. So we'll go in thirds, just to see how many triangles we've got. 3, another 3 there, 3 there, that's a 3 there, and 1 more each. 1, 2, 3, and 1 little one which will go. So make sure they're actually triangle shaped. Now, to save a bit of time, I've got a wooden tool. Actually, that might be a bit too thick. It's got teeth in it for when you're scoring, but it's a bit thick, so we might have to go for our old trusty favourite, the old hacksaw blade, just to roughen the surface up. Like I say, where did I get that one from? Over there. So I'm randomly going to press them on like that. Oh, this could take longer than I expected. Right, so I'm going to do the other two sides, so I will, the magic of editing, I'll be back in a minute. And there you go. So it's surprisingly, when you try to do something random, how uniform you actually get them. They're all just about pointing the same way. Right, now we will try and gently put this back the right way for you. We will gently put it on its legs like that, and our wheel is on, so if I go nice and slow, give you a full view of it. There you go. So now it's the right way. I can check, make sure we've got all our triangles glued and slipped. Glued, I would say glued. Make sure they're all slipped on, no gaps at the top. So that is our prototype Oyster Plant Planter. Which has worked out quite well. Not a bad. I didn't show you the throwing. It's not a lot to throw. Well, not a lot to show when thrown. It's quite tricky to throw. Getting it on the right size on the bat, but that's looking pretty good. So I shall adjust the camera and sign off. So we want to go back out and up. There you go. So there you go, another video done and dusted. Hopefully there'll be a one where this, when it survives all the kiln and glazing. It's going to be blue / light blue swirly, as much swirl as I can get on it apparently. So thanks for watching. Clears the way, and I'll see you in another video very soon. Bye for now.